Hey guys, Scott McLaughlin driving the Pennzoil Chevy here with Ben Bretzman, my engineer. It's his second pole in 5 years here at the Indy 500. That's pretty cool. Right?
Very cool, very cool.
So
this one, you had to work for this one.
Yeah,
it was hot.
This is
90 degrees, 130 degree track temp. Hot.
So we're gonna watch a bit of the run, probably the run, because I haven't seen it yet. It's the first time. So head down here. Cool track now. Bit of shade into turn one. This is the first genuine read I have of the balance of the car, and it felt absolutely stellar. I knew what I had. It was all about trying to open my exits and get a really good run down the straight.
It was good. The first run for the Q12, we had to do a little adjustments to the car, and Scott kind of cleaned up a couple things on his driving, and really showed here on what he was able to do, kind of entry to two and exit to two, and
yeah, I was able to really open my line. I haven't been able to do that the last couple of days, and the Fast 12 and this run was the first time I really opened the arc and really carried that speed down the back straight and the front straight. First lap come up, I knew the crowd would be going crazy. It was a 34.5, I think.
It was like
right?
the Pacers had just won.
Well, they did, and then we got through two, and I was like, please, like the car's still good. At this point, I still haven't made an adjustment because I feel pretty good with it, and I was surprised.
That's usually the key of Indy. You got to really keep up with your tools. At these speeds and these loads, there's a lot of degradation, so you got to stay with it. But
yeah.
It was straightforward here.
Yeah, this is the first time where I started thinking, okay, maybe I need to preserve my tires. So I actually came down a little bit on the front bar. Oh, sorry, on the weight jacker. I think I can't remember now. And felt this at one, and it really turned well through one. But it did start getting a little bit loose. I could just feel the right rear getting a little loose right now. But I knew if I could just control that with some of my tools and my anti-roll bar levers and whatnot, would be okay. And I think at that point it was still a 33.8 or something like that.
We were still cooking with gas here, and obviously right about here. So now you're going into 3 and 4 on your third lap, about to start your fourth lap. And the fourth lap at Indy during qualifying is when it gets real hard. The tires are kind of shagged out, and you're asking a lot of everything.
I felt like 3 and 4 today was probably easier than 1 and 2. 1 and 2 was probably the most difficult. Heading down now, white flag. I knew this was going to be hard. One was starting to get loose. I actually had like a tiny moment here. I don't know if you saw it. And it was just a tiny little slide. And then I had a tiny little slide through two, but the car was so fast, I was able to still keep the momentum.
Personally, once we made it out of 1 and 2, I thought that it was ours, because 3 and 4, like he had said, had been pretty straightforward on this run.
Yep.
It was just all about hitting his marks, and he did that.
Yeah, and I knew that. I actually didn't look at Will and Joseph's second, third, and fourth lap. I knew what they were the first lap, and I knew if I had a big one, it was going to be good, and that worked out good. And they told me when I come across the line that I had got pole, and the greatest pole in my career. So thank you, brother.
It was amazing.
It was awesome.
Fantastic laps.